with the White Sox then, and he was going for number 300 at Yankee Stadium. He threw a 6-hitter and a complete game as he beat the Yankees 4-1, the 300th victory of his great career.
Tommy, I know this has to be maybe the biggest day of your life. Has it ever been anything more gratifying?
Well, I don't think so, Don. I mean, I try to control my emotions the best I can, all the way up really up to 299. I thought I did an excellent job, but today was like my first day in the big leagues.
1977, the Mets and Reds made a trade. The Mets acquired 4 players, the best known being right-hander Pat Zachary. So why are we noting the anniversary of this deal? Because the player the Mets traded was Tom Seaver. From 1969 to 76, Seaver won 3 Cy Young Awards, 3 ERA titles, and led the National League in strikeouts 5 times. He was just 30 when the deal was made. So why would the Mets trade Tom Seaver? Money was certainly a factor. 1976 was the first year of baseball free agency, and Seaver wanted his contract renegotiated. Eventually, it was agreed that Seaver's deal would be extended with a big raise. That was on June 14th. But the next morning, Dick Young, the famed sports columnist and Seaver antagonist, wrote that Seaver's wife Nancy was upset that Nolan Ryan, by then with the Angels, made more money than her husband. Seaver figured the item had been planted by the Met front office, and that day, Tom Seaver demanded to be traded. On June 15th, he got his wish. Over the next 4 years, Seaver went 56-30 for the Reds, including a no-hitter in 1978.
Tom Seaver has pitched his first Major League no-hitter.
He'd wind up with 311 wins and the highest percentage of Hall of Fame votes ever. But for Met fans, June 15, 1977 was dubbed the Midnight Massacre. The night Tom Seaver was breakout game is historic enough. Up to that time, it had only been done once in the previous century. But on this day at Shea Stadium, Tom Seaver did something even more impressive. Seaver had received his 1969 Cy Young Award before the game, and early on, he dominated the Padres. With 2 outs in the 6th, he'd recorded 9 strikeouts, and that's when Tom Terrific's performance went from dominant to untouchable. Seaver struck out the last 10 batters in a row. No other pitcher had ever struck out that many in succession, while 3 other pitchers have gone on to strike out 20 in a game. Seaver's 10 consecutive strikeouts is a record that still stands.
Mets from lovable losers into formidable foes. The quintessential professional, Tom Terrific won 311 games with a 2.86 ERA over 20 seasons, and his 3,272 strikeouts set a National League career record. Seaver fanned 3,640 batters in his career, including 200 or more 10 times, and once had 19 in a single game. Number 41 was the NL Rookie of the Year in 1967 and a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. Seaver was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1992.
1969, Tom Seaver flirted with Shea Stadium perfection, retiring the first 25 Cubs he faced. But with 1 out in the 9th inning, rookie outfielder Jimmy Qualls roped a clean single to left center, spoiling Seaver's bid for perfection. Tom Terrific retired the next 2 batters for the first 1-hitter in his career.
The all-time underdog stories in baseball history. A late bloomer with tree trunks for legs, Tom Seaver stayed low in his delivery, but rose to the ranks of one of the greatest starting pitchers of all time. Seaver burst onto the scene in 1967, winning 16 games for another hapless Mets club, earning the NL Rookie of the Year in the process. In '69, Seaver earned his first Cy Young Award behind a league-leading 25 wins. On July 9th of that season, Tom Terrific had a chance to do what no Mets pitcher had ever done to that point or since, throw a no-hitter. Just 2 outs from a no-no against the Cubs, a backup outfielder named Jimmy Qualls thrust his name into Mets history.
A clean hit to left center field, and there goes the perfect game. But there's a standing ovation for Seaver by 59,000 fans.
The peak of Seaver's Mets career has to be that of the Miracle Mets. The franchise, as he was dubbed, lost Game 1 to the Orioles, but came back to throw a complete game, 10-inning gem in Game 4 to put the Mets on the brink of a miracle, one they would complete the very next game to Seaver's delight. Seaver led the Mets to another World Series in 1973, the one they lost to the Athletics. He was a Cy Young Award winner that season and added a third in '75. Seaver's first stint in New York came to a close in 1977. Dubbed the Midnight Massacre, Tom Terrific was dealt to Cincinnati, where he pitched for 5 years. Prior to the 1983 campaign, the Mets reacquired Seaver, but he wasn't quite the ace he had been before. Seaver won only 9 games for the Amazin's that season, though he is still a workhorse, tossing 231 innings.